I've done over 1,000 trade shows, not just for the hundreds of companies that we've represented, but for some of my own brands internally. And let me just tell you, for every one that went smoothly, there was another one that created 1,000 headaches. So if you think a trade show is just showing up with business cards and a banner, then you're in for a wild ride. Today, I'm just going to quickly cover some of the pain points, some of the headaches that can come up so that they're on your radar so that you know how to deal with them when and if they arise. Number one is the setup, or let's call it the setup day. Smaller portable displays often set up in under an hour. Easy breezy. You can pop those up, maybe with just one person, sometimes even with a coffee in your hand. But once you start working with larger backdrops, modular walls, light boxes, or hanging signs, setup can stretch into a half day or even more, especially if you're waiting on a freight company or on-site services to deliver something. My best advice after 1,000 shows, arrive a day early if you can, schedule permitting. It's not about panic or over-prepping, it's about giving yourself flexibility and some breathing room. If the shipping company is running behind, or if a light kit didn't show up, or if you just want some more time to finesse the display and your layout and lighting, that extra day prevents a lot of last-minute show chaos. Think of it as insurance for your peace of mind. Trade shows are already high energy. There's no need to start yours in crisis mode. Build in a buffer, walk the show the night before, and make sure that your booth looks exactly how you pictured it. That calm setup day, it sets the tone for the rest of the show. Just a side pro tip, keep a trade show survival kit handy. Tape, zip ties, scissors, screwdrivers, a drill, Sharpies, Advil, a coffee machine, whatever. You're not a CEO on setup day, you're a roadie. Number two, the extras, or I call them the oh by the way. Trade show associations and those running the shows behind the scenes are all about the extra charges. If you didn't plan for some of them, the cost doubles when you need them in a hurry. After 1,000 shows, I've learned to have the following few items on my radar at all times. One, flooring, the most overlooked aspect of exhibiting. You show up and just realize that you're dealing with concrete only. Suddenly, you're forced to order a $700 rug just to cover the cement that you're on. Plan in advance and order show flooring, or pick up some of those interlocking foam tiles for a fraction of the price in advance. Two, electrical, another banger that they hit you with on site. If your booth contains lighting or TV perhaps, be sure to order your electrical in advance. And number three, freight handling, a charge so crazy they had to invent a word for it. It's called drayage, and it's the most outrageous charge on site. Imagine paying $600 for them to carry and handle your shipments from the back dock over to your trade show booth. If you have a portable display, I suggest walking it in yourself and avoiding shipping things directly to the show. Instead, ship to your hotel or bring it with you on your flight as carry-on luggage. It'll save you hundreds. Another pro tip, bring power strips, extension cords, whatever else you think you may need as part of that survival kit. Next is the experience, and I used to think that experience meant just the design, but a great design without energy is just wallpaper. The trade show booths that crush it are the ones that make people feel something. Maybe there's some music, maybe there's a smell or sound, a movement, or just pure human energy that's created. Trade shows aren't just about graphics, they're about moments. Create experiences that people remember. A game, a demo, a photo opportunity, something that stops them dead in their tracks and engages them to ask questions. Next is networking. The trade show industry isn't about products, it's about people. And half the deals you're going to close won't happen at the show, they'll happen afterwards at the hotel bar. So don't just stand behind your table, get up, walk around, walk the show floor, talk to competitors, complain, compliment other people's booths. You'll be shocked as to how many partnerships are generated from the curiosity that you create and not just the pitch decks that you brought with you. And avoid falling into the ROI trap. Everyone's going to ask you, hey, did the show pay off? But the truth of the matter is that the ROI from a trade show isn't just about sales. It's about exposure. It's about feedback. It's about the network you created. Some of the biggest wins I've had from trade shows didn't show up on the P&L for months, sometimes a year later. Attribute every lead to the time and money that you spent to be at the show and follow up like your life depends on it. Send video recaps, personal emails, or samples within 48 hours. Momentum dies fast, and capturing or retaining that energy is the key to success. And thus the psychology of winning a trade show. The best trade show displays and booths that I've ever seen have energy, they have movement, they have confidence. The worst ones feel like a funeral. They're quiet, there's empty, there's sales reps hiding behind their phones or eating at their booths. Ugh, can you imagine eating at your booth while customers are walking by? Your booth should look like a party with a purpose. You don't have to be loud, you just have to be magnetic. So in closing, after 1,000 shows, I've learned this. Trade shows aren't about perfect setups, they're not about glossy designs, they're about showing up on time, being human, and owning the chaos. Every mistake becomes a masterclass, and every win is built on 10 failures. If you're thinking about doing your first trade show, you'll love it, you'll hate it, but once you start, you'll never stop doing them. I'll see you on the show floor.